It's about 9 in the morning here on Tuesday, February 3rd, 2025. So let's see, last night I was in a rush. I unrolled 2 bales of hay. This is almost a whole bale of hay here with the sheep. That wasn't intentional, but it's just how it ended up. And then I rolled out a bale of hay for the cows. And then it got dark. I ran out of diesel fuel in my side-by-side. I'm an idiot. I think I gotta purge the line or something like that. There's a purge valve I gotta open or something like that. It was running more or less, and I'm like, well, it sputters. I'll just keep using it. It's getting worse. I gotta get in there and purge it. But I just set up the water for the sheep here. You can kind of see how it works. It's a pretty simple mechanism. There's like a float valve, and when it's up, it seals off a tiny hole, and that's how it turns off. So it doesn't use like just one moving component. That's it. It doesn't use like any complicated mechanism. It'll work whether there's high pressure or low pressure or any pressure in between. So I'm thinking this might have been a better valve to use. The only complaint I have is when I'm moving it, I have to be really careful because it's not very strongly connected to the bucket, which is probably a good thing. I probably should disconnect and reconnect it each time I use it, you know. But anyway, yeah, very simple mechanism. It's about 60 degrees right now. Last night it was about 65, 68. I think the cold might be done. We might get one more cold snap before everything's all done. But this is probably it for the cold. I put the rams on here around the middle of January. So I'm probably going to take them off around March 1st, I think. And then I probably won't do breeding again until next year in January, depending on how things go. But that lamb is almost entirely black except for white legs. And I'm not really concerned about who breeds with whom. This sheep here with the raccoon eyes, she was coughing last night. I think there was one more coughing, but I can't really distinguish them because they all look the same to me. But she had raccoon eyes, so I distinguished her. But I was thinking, you know, a normal operation, they'd probably inject that animal full of antibiotics. There, she has a lump on her throat. That could be all kinds of different things. It's not bottle jaw. There is a highly infectious disease that presents in that way. It could also just be a normal cyst, you know, a normal abscess or something. Anyway, yeah, this is not a flock that I'm giving antibiotics to. I'm not medicating them at all. No dewormer or anything like that. One of the issues that I have is I can't catch the sheep without putting them under considerable stress. But also, I want to do sheep in such a number that I can't really doctor them. You know what I mean? If I have to doctor them, I have to get rid of them. So, like that sheep there, if I could catch her, I'd probably just get rid of her. The cull rate with sheep has to be high. Even if you are medicating and deworming and monitoring them very closely, I think the shepherdess, she's not too far from where I'm at. She has a 10% cull rate. My cull rate's quite a bit higher than that. Not by choice, if you catch my drift. And that's why I'm targeting the June lambing. I hope that we'll get strong lambs that have lots of colostrum in them, and that will lead to the strongest animals, give them the best possible chance of surviving all of the challenges of being a sheep here in the 21st century. One of the issues I think we got into was we've been treating all the different diseases and then breeding those animals that we treated, and that's no bueno. That's no good, right? Over time, the animals build a reliance on the medication and the treatments, and eventually those medications won't even work anymore. So I'm trying to go back to the original way, which is just giving them good food and water and fresh pasture, and you know, hoping that over time they'll naturally breed themselves to be stronger stock. Same as the cows too. I brought in a South Pole bull. I'm trying to change the breed here. South Pole is good for several reasons, I'm told. So this is secondhand information. I don't have any firsthand experience with them. But one is that they're smaller. Two is that they're better adapted to grazing and not being fed. And three is that they're more heat tolerant. So it's a combination of several different breeds. Some of them African breeds, which are pretty hardy. If you understand how they raise cattle in Africa, you'll understand why. They have to be hardy, you know. But I've had pretty good success with the animals that I've had so far. Not too many complaints, and I didn't lose too many to disease or anything like that. So I don't think I'm doing much worse than anybody else. I do take my my bull calves in to get neutered at the vet, and I just let them go ahead and do the vaccinations there, and then I sell them off like a month or two later. So, and that's only because people expect them to be vaccinated when they buy them at the market. So my preference is that I want to keep them and raise them to weight and then slaughter them and then sell the meat. That's not really an option right now in my situation. So I'll just keep selling them at the sale barn. I get a pretty good price anyway, especially as a cow-calf pair, you know. So when I identify a cow that I don't want anymore, because I want to replace it with a South Pole breeding stock, then sell it with a calf, get a little more money, you know. So anyway, guys, that's all I've got. It's a nice warm day. We did have some dark clouds, but those are gone. I thought it was going to storm today, but it's just misty and humid right now. So not much else to report. Guys, have a great day. Take care and bye-bye.